Now, First Alert Weather with meteorologist Tyler Jankowski.
And it's an interesting thing. I mean, you think of all the resources, all the money that goes in and the planning, I mean, almost all year long, and all the money into the parades and all that, balance that with the safety. I mean, those things are, you know, huge floats through the streets.
A real disappointment if they didn't go up. I just looked at the wind forecast. It's right teetering on the edge, so.
You think it could go either way?
Could go either way, I think, yeah. Plenty of time to fine tune that. The reason it's windy is because we have rain Wednesday, and behind it things get colder, and for that to happen, the wind has to blow. So just a typical thing this time of year. Poor timing, though, for Thursday. This is our live camera from CVPH in Plattsburgh looking off to the east. This is Camel Sump right in the middle of the screen. It actually looks like a summertime shot. You have some of these puffy cumulus clouds, and that's a sign that things are really off to the races in the temperature department. 49 in Plattsburgh. It's warmer than expected because we have more sun than expected. You can see the sun here, especially across the southern Adirondacks into central Vermont, and more clouds out by Syracuse, so it may get a little cloudier for many areas to the south over the next few hours, but it's still going to be dry. A lot of sunshine here through Montpelier and down towards Thetford, but then there's a cloudy area down towards Brattleboro and over the southern Vermont ski areas, but other than that, it looks pretty good on this Monday. Most of those showers you see out by Syracuse should just dry up before they get here. It's almost 50 both in Burlington and Plattsburgh. Will likely hit 50. 40 right now in Newport, 43 in Lebanon. So the weather headlines show the mild weather through Wednesday, and because of that, it's rain. The next system that comes in later on Wednesday, probably about a half an inch. But Thursday, Thanksgiving, turns a whole lot colder. There should actually be some accumulating snow at the ski resorts on Thanksgiving as that colder air blows in. So here's Futurecast going into tomorrow, even brighter tomorrow. So looking good on Tuesday. I know it's not great to keep the snow on the slopes, but just a little break here from the cold, and then it comes back on Thursday. Before that, though, this is the rain on Wednesday. Rains pretty hard Wednesday late into early Thursday morning, and then the colder air comes in, and it turns into more of just a mountain snow thing on Thursday. So probably cloudy for Thanksgiving, but I think the snow is reserved for the higher elevations. And in terms of the rainfall, Wednesday late into very early on Thursday, about a half an inch. So here's the call overnight. It's a mild night relative to the averages, temperatures in the 30s. And then for tomorrow, we have highs once again up near 50. So another mild one tomorrow. Wednesday, obviously mild as well, but we have the rain that comes in the afternoon. So the high 45 on Wednesday. And the high of 36 on Thanksgiving. It's probably earlier in the day because look what happens on Black Friday, obviously the day of the Church Street tree lighting. The high is 29. So that occurs in the afternoon. By Friday night, it's probably mid-20s in the evening. And then this weekend, definitely colder too, maybe a little mix or snow Sunday and Monday, but no big snowstorms in the forecast. Dave?
All right.